yeah, that was the first night we basically became aggressive. You know, before then we were kind of, you know, then shortly after that, I think it was in Charlotte, maybe the next Monday is when we brought out the aluminum baseball bats. So it's just like and then that was Sullivan. Sullivan, you know, Sullivan knew that, you know, two things sell in wrestling. That's sex and violence. And you know, we didn't have, you know, we had the Nitro Girls, which, you know, was tame compared to what, you know, the WWE did later. But as far as violence, I mean, you know, aluminum baseball bats is about, and that was, you know, that was a casino call. You know, to me, like that's one of the. I mean, that's such a mind-numbing scene. And you know, he beats it. You know, they're beating his brother with those aluminum baseball bats, and then they take him to Joe Pesci. But when you know, they're beating his brother, and it's, you're killing him, you're killing him. And it's just like, I mean, you can't. I can't even imagine. You know, my brother, like watching my brother get beat with aluminum baseball bats in front of me. So, nice thought.
Yeah. But the NWO is so cool, and it's awesome that we're going to be getting the chance to get Hall, Nash, and Bischoff together again. What's it like when, you know, the Outsiders and even Easy are together? Is it like, you know, good old times, reliving the past of the NWO?
I mean, it is. I mean, you know, because, but you know, it's one of those things that it's almost like every time, like, especially with the three of us, because the three of us were kind of all there was at the beginning. It was because he was, you know, he was WCW and we were the Invaders. This is before, you know, the third man was unveiled. So basically, he was the foil, you know, and we were the, you know, we were the Invaders. So, I mean, he was kind of representing WCW, and you know, he did such a good job, and it was his idea, and you know, it was just along the way tweaked here and there. But I mean, it was, you know, I mean, conceptually, like when he laid it out to me before I even decided to come over, I knew it would. I mean, I remembered the angle a little bit from Japan, but you know, of course, you know, you weren't there to witness any kind of electricity, and the Japanese crowd is so different than the American crowd. But you know, he to me, he sold me on it. I was like, you know, and once again, that thing doesn't work if Scott doesn't get off, you know, if his contract doesn't run out 6 days before mine. So I mean, you know, two of the top four guys leaving within a week and showing up on the other network was, you know, that was huge. So I mean, the stars were definitely lined up for that thing. And but when we're together, man, it's almost like, wow, man, can you believe that's something we did? You know, especially in professional wrestling, when you feel like you've seen everything. You know, it's just still like this, and you know, it's still a very hot selling T-shirt. You know, like they put out the satin jackets, they sold well. So I mean, it's just like anything with NWO on it sells. The thing is it you know, I think it resonates also to, you know, like the young kids come in, 8-year-old kids come up to us and give us the click side. So, I mean, it's one of those things like, you know, like, I guess when we said it was for life, I guess it is.